Welcome, friends of the Crawford, and delighted to be on the final stop now. Well, a little bit sad, actually, to be on the final stop of the Emerge 24 journey. And remind us again where we are this time, Sarah.
So we are in John's College, the Douglas Street campus. Today we've just come from the Crawford.
And I have Ava Hayes here, Director of CorkAbout Month, and I should have done the introductions at the very beginning. And I have our Emerge Curator for 24, Sarah Buckley. And I think Ava and myself were really delighted to see some work of the level 6 students. In particular, we had them and we featured them for Emerge last year when they were in level 5. So I think I heard you mention how you were so impressed with the development of the work in the space of that year, Ava.
So absolutely. What we've seen this year is work from Alison King, Irene and Zoe that we had in Emerge 2023. So it's just so wonderful to see them progress and their craft and craftsmanship and skill actually just only go from strength to strength. It really just shows that Emerge is so beneficial for these makers as well.
Absolutely. And we got a few insights from their tutors as well as to the different skill sets that they are learning at the moment, from the actual silversmithing to the placement of gems as well. So that was evident in a lot of the works, but it was lovely to see some of the individuality of their own conceptual work come through as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I suppose with all the colleges, they're given briefs, but it's how they run with that brief and take it to another level or take it to something that, sparks their interest or puts fire in their belly. That's really interesting to see. Yeah.
And another, I think we mentioned the COVID word earlier in our last video, but another development from there was the actual use of digital, I suppose, film in order to showcase the work, which was something that hadn't happened previously, but we were saying how beneficial it is to see it actually, the jewellery displayed on the person.
We see that a lot, I suppose, as the makers move forward into bench space, that they have these wonderful commercial shots and things like that. So the fact that they're already giving them to us at, say, level 5, level 6, just shows how strong they're actually going to be when they actually hit the market. So it's amazing.
And that's something, I suppose, that we're always encouraging makers and designers to think about, is how to showcase their work, because it's actually not the easiest thing to do, especially as we know for the jewellery makers here.
Yeah, it was like that. The project photography was really good, and it kind of gave me a couple of ideas on how to display things, because that will be a bit of a challenge.
And one that they'll really need going forward when they're developing their social media profiles, which are so important, as we know from that fabulous talk that we got from Saw Framed Hannah McGrenner last year. I think you were on board for that one as well, Ava, weren't you?
I was. It just can't be taken for granted, because makers like Hannah really just do it so well. And you get an idea of what their work is, but you also get an idea of who they are, which is just so important for everyone. I know that I love it. I love to hear their stories. So that's always really important.
Well, listen, thank you very much. We're absolutely biting our nails at this point, because decision time is coming up. The clock is ticking, and I can see Sarah has an awful lot of thinking to do, because it's literally only a matter of days before you will be selecting who's in for the actual show in August.
Yeah, it will now. I'll have a sleepless night tonight trying to figure it out. But look, I've been logging all the visits as we've gone along and kind of picked out my favourites. And I'm being very tight-lipped about a theme or a concept, but yeah, it's coming together.
I've learned not to ask you again on that one. But I just want to say what an absolute pleasure it's been for friends to join both of you on this journey again, and to be able to share it with everybody back home. So thank you very much, Sarah Buckley, and thank you very much, Ava Hayes.
Thank you very much too, Michelle. I've enjoyed having your company along with us. So.